Hey beauty, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for being here. My name is Coach Michaela Logue. And if you're a returning subscriber, hola bella. How are you doing today? I cannot wait to get into today's video because it has been a highly requested video for me, for many of my clients and also friends and family. So without further ado, here we go. And by the way, I post videos twice a week on nutrition, weight loss, and a bunch of other awesome topics. So if you're interested in hitting that subscribe button, go ahead and do so. And don't forget to punch that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my next uploads.
I'm in love with a girl that I call old school. Sipping on my brandy, I'm feeling brand new. You rolling up the block, but you in the wrong lane. You hating on a brother, man, you must be insane. I look good. I look good. I look exactly the way you wish you could. I look good. I look good.
All right, welcome back. So this topic I'm so stoked about because everyone comes to me and says, well, how can I lose weight for this wedding that I have coming up? Or how can I lose weight for my birthday? Or how can I lose weight for this event that I have coming up? And I say, you know, it's so easy, believe it or not, to lose 5 to 10 pounds in 1 week if you do exactly what I tell you to do. Many people have tried this method, and believe me when I tell you, they have been shocked of the results. So without further ado, let's get into the 5 easy ways that you can lose 10 pounds in the next 7 days. Okay, step 1, drink your morning tonic. What are you talking about, Michaela? What is a morning tonic? Many of you guys have heard of the whole apple cider vinegar situation, right? So my version of the apple cider vinegar situation is what I call a morning tonic. Many people who work with me know that I'm a really big supporter of alkalizing the body in order for the body to let go of inflammation. So 6 ounces of your morning tonic is comprised of the following: 6 ounces of filtered water, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 1 tiny pinch of cayenne pepper, and if you like it hotter, you're more than welcome to add a little bit more, 1 squeeze of a lemon, shake very thoroughly, and then guzzle. Guzzle the entire 6 ounces of this morning tonic before you do anything else, before you have coffee, before you have breakfast, before you put any solid food in. First thing in the morning, of course, after you've brushed your teeth, etc., you're going to drink 6 ounces of this morning tonic. So you're probably asking, why should I have this? Why should I drink this? Or how is this different from the other stuff that I've heard all over Google and all over YouTube? Mine is not different. It's the way that we're going to be using the apple cider vinegar situation to be able to help you get to the 10 pounds in 7 days. So it's not like my morning tonic is any different than any of the other concoctions you've heard about on the internet. The difference is that I'm pairing it with other behaviors that are going to set up your body to burn fat and burn fat quickly. Step 2, go ahead and pull that Band-Aid off, girl. Pull it off. You need to detox. Detox. Step 2, detox from junk food and sugar. Let me tell you something, this next step is going to give you a run for your money. You're going to be really challenged by this. And I have many different fixes and ways to get past that really scary detox period. Now, when I use the word detox, people usually cringe, right? Detox. Yes, you must detox from the junk food and the sugar that you are currently addicted to in order to lose 10 pounds. And that's a lot of weight in 1 week. So people ask me, how do you do this? How do I do this without starving myself, etc., etc.? And the way that you do this is by detoxing from sugar and junk food. If you're curious about my 7-day detox, I will have a link in the description box below that will talk a little bit about how I have my clients do a 7-day detox and get to the other side 10 pounds lighter. However, this particular link that I'm going to share with you in the box below is for my Facebook chat. When you click the link, you're going to be brought into Facebook chat. My Facebook chat is going to walk you through what are the steps that you need to take to properly detox, and do it in a really fun, believe it or not, and supervised way so that you're doing it safely. If you're interested in that, go ahead and check in the description box below. However, the reason why we need to detox from junk food and sugar is because the food companies have us all addicted by our taste buds wanting the flavor of the junk food, and our bodies and chemistry are addicted to sugar. In order for your body to let go of inflammation, and in order for that inflammation to be flushed from the body properly, we must detox you from your sugar addiction and your junk food addiction. So that's going to include salty and savory snacks. It's going to include sweet snacks. It's going to include the things that you think are healthy, like yogurt in the morning that has the fruit on the bottom, etc. It's going to include sugary drinks like Gatorade and Red Bull, any other sugary drinks like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, etc., etc. We must detox you properly in order for your body to release the weight that it is holding onto. So you're probably asking, how does that show up? How that shows up is for the next 7 days. You do not touch anything that is a snack that is made in a factory. You do not have any sugary drinks. You do not drink soft drinks. You do not have any processed food at all whatsoever, especially those that have added sugar. So you're gonna do away with all processed junk food and watch those pounds just melt away from your body. Let's go ahead and go on to step number 3. Okay, so step number 3 is going to be a little tricky, but I'm gonna walk you through what I mean. Step number 3 is switch to complex carbs versus going towards simple carbs. What the heck is she talking about? What does that mean? So what you're going to do is the following. People will always reach for the easiest, simple carb that will give them the biggest rush. However, if you start to eat complex carbs, you will get much more energy and give your body what it needs to burn the fat. Now, you're probably asking, what is she talking about? What kind of complex carbs? So here is the really simple breakdown of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are just another fancy word for sugar. There are different forms of sugar, and your body takes in different forms of sugar and processes them in a different way. Simple sugars are processed really quickly. They go right into the bloodstream from the intestinal tract and give you a shot of insulin. Your blood sugar goes up, you get momentary energy, and then you have the sugar crash. Complex carbohydrates are exactly how they sound. They're a little bit more complex to break down, which means it takes your body a little bit longer to break it down, absorb it, raise the blood sugar slowly as it's breaking it down and absorbing it. Your blood sugar goes up slowly and then stays up consistently as you burn that level of complex carb. That's why it's called long-term sustainable energy. Complex carbohydrates provide you with that. So it gives your brain and your body the sugars that it needs without your body having to store them and turn them into fat. Does that make sense? So here's my rule of thumb with step number 3. Eat more complex carbs during the day instead of simple carbs, and do this twice per day. An example of complex carbohydrates are anything that you find in the plant kingdom that is green leafy vegetables, any types of lettuces, all types of green cruciferous vegetables. It can be quinoa, it can be brown rice. Anything that comes in a vegetable form and is low glycemic and is green leafy or cruciferous will be considered, your body will assimilate it as a complex carb because it takes it a lot longer to break down and then turn into the sugar that it needs to survive. Sugar that it needs to run like a well-oiled machine. So if you do this, eat 2 servings of complex carbohydrates per day, whether it's a fruit, a vegetable, or a whole grain. you will find that you will have longer term sustainable energy and your waistline will start to shrink and you'll start losing that weight that you're holding on to. So let's go ahead and go on to step number 4. Step number 4 in how to lose 10 pounds in 1 week is the following. Eat 2 servings of low glycemic fruit per day. Eat 2 servings of low glycemic fruit per day. How does that show up? Berries. You're going to be very happy. Berries are one of the most important fat-burning, low glycemic fruit in the plant kingdom. You are going to be super happy about this. Not only that, when you eat berries, it helps your sugar addiction. You start to beat the body's need for those simple sugars. And after time, you will be completely detoxed from the need to sugar. So eat 2 servings of low glycemic fruit and or berries per day, and you are well on your way to losing that 10 pounds in 1 week. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Step number 5. Now, step number 5 is going to be a little bit controversial. I'm going to have some people push back on me on this, but here's the thing about step number 5. If followed, you will literally shrink before you and your families and your friends' eyes. Do not eat dairy for a 7-day period. Do not eat dairy. That includes yogurt, cheese, milk, or anything that comes from cow products. Now, that's not to say you can't eat beef. Beef is okay, but the milk that the cow produces, stay away from it for 7 days and watch the way your body literally will shrink before your eyes. Here's why. Even if it is low fat, dairy itself has a component called lactose. How many of you guys know what lactose is? Go ahead and put in the comment section below whether you and your family still eat dairy products and or lactose. And if you do, how you like it. And if you don't, why don't you? So go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. Do not eat dairy for the next 7 days. Do not eat dairy for the next 7 days. Lactose is a fancy word for cow sugar. Yes, you may not know this, but lactose is a form of sugar. Why do you think baby cows grow so quickly the way they do? Because the milk that the cow provides is filled with that good fats from their mommy's belly and filled with sugar. Sugar and fat combined will have anyone, whether it's a baby cow or not, grow really quickly. And what we want to do is shrink you, not grow you. The least amount of lactose you can have in your diet as possible, don't worry about it. Or just get rid of it completely and watch yourself shrink. Now, there may be some of you that will say, well, where do I get my calcium from? Where do I get my calcium from? Don't we get calcium from cows? Absolutely, we get calcium from cows. But guess what? Broccoli and kale have way more calcium than a cup of milk. So you can get just as much calcium from green leafy vegetables. If anything, you can get more calcium from green leafy vegetables than you do from cow products. So don't worry. If you have and are living a very balanced plant-based diet, you will get the vitamins and minerals that your body needs to properly succeed. Does that make sense? If so, great. Let's go ahead and move on to the last step. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? So if you're liking what you're hearing so far, go ahead and punch that like button and let's go ahead and do a quick recap so that I can send you on your way so you can start your next 7-day lose 10 pounds in 1 week diet protocol. Okay, step 1, drink your morning tonic. If you don't know what that is, it will be linked below in the description box. Step number 1, drink 6 ounces of your morning tonic. And if you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, go ahead and click the link in the description box below so that I can tell you what that is. Step number 2, put yourself on a strict detox from sugar and junk food. Just eliminate it completely from your diet and watch yourself shrink right before your eyes. Step number 3, switch from simple carbohydrates, sugars, snacks, candies, drinking your calories, etc., to complex carbohydrates, green leafy vegetables, green cruciferous vegetables, or whole grains. Switch from simple to complex and watch yourself shrink. Step number 4, eat 2 servings of low glycemic fruit per day, namely berries. If you give yourself 2 servings of berries per day, you literally, number 1, will detox from your sugar addiction. Number 2, will shrink before your eyes. You're gonna love it. Berries are one of the biggest fat-burning fruit in the plant kingdom. Step number 5. Step number 5. Don't eat dairy. Eliminate dairy from your diet. Now, many of you guys are going to push back on me on this, but you came here to lose 10 pounds in 1 week, right? None of this includes starvation. None of this includes fasting. None of this includes anything other than strategically choosing the right foods to help your body to lose weight and burn fat quickly. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today in my steps on how to lose 10 pounds in 1 week. Thank you so much for the support that you've been giving me on the videos that I've been producing here. It makes me feel good that I'm providing value to you. And if you liked today's video, go ahead, be generous, throw a girl a bone, and go ahead and smash that like button and leave a nice comment below. And if you have any other subjects or topics that you want me to cover, go ahead and leave those in the description box below so that I can create the content that you are looking for. And don't forget to follow me on all of my social media, which is also located below in the description.
I look good. I look good.